there's less chance of them killing themselves.
Here's the quote of the night. Okay, that's the quote of the night. They have less chance of killing themselves. The second quote of the night was what I hit you with pre-show, where we're talking about something like they can't learn if they don't have a little pain, man. You only fall down the stairs once. Either you survive it and you learn, or you don't. Would I be the butt face if I skipped a family event to attend a con? Now, this takes a whole different vibe for Dennis, because not only do you go to Dragon Con,
I've done that.
you work cons to sell the comic book.
Yeah. No, I've literally done that. I've skipped weddings because I'm like,
how close?
Cousins.
Your
I'm
own?
like, okay,
your cousin? What a weirdo.
I'm like, you have to give me a little bit more heads up than like 4 months beforehand, because I book the cons out like a year in advance. So like, can you let me know the year before so I can, reschedule? But as it turns out, that worked out both times. Both of them apparently didn't go. Both of them had some interesting things happen. So
my wife is selling me out. Yeah.
Is this Joe? Is this why we're asking the question tonight? Because Joe is totally missing Sam and Robbie's. I don't know who Sam and Robbie are. Their talent show for Stellarfest. Well, he's doing his own talent show. He's leading by example, like a good father should. Also, it's Stellarfest, dude. You barely carry your weight there. I don't even know why you're coming.
Wow. What a jerk.
That's not true. He does a lot of good
new
things.
idea. Just bring the talent show to Stellarfest as a panel. Boom. Problem solved.
Yeah.
Get all the kids in a bus. Come on.
So, Joe, okay, how'd that? So here, let me give some background. It was Metro ThamCon. I was like, hey, I'm coming up. They didn't accept Wise and Nerdy. They didn't accept anything with this one panel. And I was coming up there, and Joe had, what'd you had? You had some kind of homeschool dance to go take your boys to or something. You had some, basically he wasn't going to skip. He wasn't going to skip whatever thing he's doing with his kids so that we could go eat or something. And then there's been a number of times when we first started talking about the con circuit, Joe's like, man, I don't know. I can't be away from my kids that much. They need me. My wife needs me. I can't. And he's had some conversations. So I'm just trying to figure out the nice path going from that, where you had to ease into the waters to screw you guys. I'm going to Stellarfest.
Yeah.
So no story. You're not going to talk about how you got no iconic words for your children to latch onto at your deathbed. Come on, man.
In that specific instance, I wasn't invited, and I know that I could have met up with you briefly or whatever, because I don't know what it was. It might have been camping. I don't remember the timing of it. But yeah, so I wasn't participating in that convention. So
that's true. Yeah.
I had made other plans. Whereas with Stellarfest, we've known that we were going to be going to Stellarfest since last year.
Yeah,
that was already planned. The talent show was planned like a month ago or 6 weeks ago. So
okay,
yeah. So yeah, but that Kelsey does let me go to that a lot more often, and she puts in the chat why. So for a while there, because my two oldest are only 2 years apart, so we had two kids under 2, and she was, quote unquote, drowning, and so I felt really, really guilty trying to go to conventions. So
have we doing conventions that long?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you and I have been podcasting together for 10 years.
Oh, well, I know that, but I didn't think we started doing. Well, I guess we did. Your first Dragon Con was right as we launched
2017.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Oh, that was our first one too.
Yeah. And so, early on when the kids were that young, it put a lot of strain on my wife to be gone for Dragon Con. And so for those first 6, 7 years, 8 years, we only went to I only went to Dragon Con. It's only been within the past few years, about 3 years that we've branched out, and we're doing more conventions because the kids are a little bit older, they're more independent, they don't take as much constant observation to make sure they don't trip and fall down a flight of stairs or something like that. So yeah, the kids, there's less chance of them killing themselves.
Here's the quote of the night. Okay, that's the quote of the night. They have less chance of killing themselves. The second quote of the night was what I hit you with pre-show, where we're talking about something like, they can't learn if they don't have a little pain, man. You only fall down the stairs once. Either you survive it and you learn, or you don't. 90% chance they're going to survive it. It's fine.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of people who fall down the stairs and they don't learn.
Kids, well, yeah, but your kids are okay. They'll learn. So Malachi, are you listening, Malachi? Look at me. You're now the man of the house when he goes to the cons. All right, mow the grass, take care of the bills. You'll be all right. So I'm more like Dennis, where I still do work a lot of cons. I guess I'm the butt face because, we always had, my wife's family has always been nearby. Whether we wanted to or not, my family's been nearby, but I've always, as long as I can remember, since I've been a podcasting, been going to cons essentially. Maybe, my kids were little. I've missed anniversaries for it because there were certain conventions that were always right there the first week in January that I was going to, and it helped. It got me work, and it got me further in the career that I wanted. I never felt like, 'cause I always talked to my wife about it. That was my thing. I think Kelsey had said earlier that communication is key. Is we'd always talked about all of it, about the money, about the timing, about the travel. But I think also it was a different life. I never really worked never worked the 9 to 5 to where I was home every night and weekends off. It was, if I was gone, I was gone. And sometimes it's 24 hours, sometimes it's 48 hours. And it was just, that's the way life was, because I was working on the ambulance, and you never knew which weekend. Well, we knew, but weekends became nothing. And so it's like whenever we had 2 days off, that was the time we had off together, type of deal. So it kind of lends a little bit difference to it there. Malachi says, nope, I've changed my mind about being the man of the house.
you mentioned mowing the lawn, and he's like, nope, I'm done, I'm out.
Time to get a job.
Yeah. Hey,
got bills to pay.
Little side note, my 14-year-old might be getting a job as a bag boy here soon.
Yeah, nice.
He was at the store with his mom the other day, and the manager's like, hey, does he need a job? And they're like, he looks older, and he does. He looks older than he is. He's like, no, he's only 14. She's like, nah, that's fine. We need kids. We need people.
Yeah, we need the children.
14? Yeah. We're going to put them behind the bar.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Dennis, did you get any kind of grief from your family for missing anything?
No, nobody cared.
If
I don't show up, nobody cares. It's fine.
Now, I am sure that my wife got grief from my in-laws and stuff about it, but she and I were always on the same page, or I didn't go, so I never got grief from her.
There was one con 2 years ago where, so my dad, for those that don't know, only has one working eye left. He's over, what is he now? 72 years old. And he still runs his own business. It's an excavation company. And so he started losing the sight in his other eye. So they decided to do like a company anniversary party. It was like a wonky year. It was like 53 years of, the company or something like that.
Sure.
And so that was the same day as a convention that I had. So I went to the convention for the first few hours and then left and went to the, to the shindig. So I didn't miss that, but luckily that convention was only an hour away. So it lended to be able to do that, but that ended up being awkward for other reasons afterwards.
Yeah. And when they're local, like for me, Stellar Fest is local. I just come home every night at the end of the night. And my wife basically plans for me to be gone the whole time. Yeah. So, I mean, I fully believe you can have let me rephrase. I fully believe you have the life that you build. And from early on, I built a life with Aaron based around performance and hustling and traveling to do all those things and being poor all at the same time. So we made sure to keep it poor for a long time. I'm still keeping it there just to keep my roots, right?
Gotta stay humble.
Yeah. But you absolutely, like when I met Joe, he was not a podcaster. He was somebody participating in the show. Definitively, you could say he's still not no, he is a podcaster because he puts the work in. And that's something we don't talk about enough is the behind the scenes. He works on this show. He doesn't just show up and have a pretty face. You know, he's built that life and it's taken time. And that's when you start comparing things, and you really shouldn't, but I've talked about, apparently I'm one of the early birds in the podcasting, because everybody I've talked to that I thought was already in podcasting when I started, they started after I did. So that is something that as it built, the world changed slowly. We got to work on that for years. And then when Joe met me, I was, well, not physically met me, but when we met not Patrick, the other one, Bo. When we met Bo, I was at a conference with Brian Ibbett as my partner. And, you know, we were already working things together then. So it's like, I already built up to that life. And then Joe jumped in the pond. And so it's a path you want to take or not take, you know. Phil, Dennis's hetero life mate, doesn't do any cons except Dragon Con.
Yeah.
You know, it's just the way things
Once
go.
you count markets as a con.
No, not at all.
It's like a fruit con.
It's a convention for your mouth.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, I love this. So go ahead and roll the dice. But Kelsey says it's kind of funny. We've stayed. I think I said started a new homeschool co-op this year. At every event so far, Joe's been at a convention, so he's my imaginary husband at the moment until he can make it to something. That's almost as good as one. I never met the other kids' moms. I do not care. My wife didn't even want to meet the other kids' parents. She just wanted the kids to have fun together. But she used to, back in the first hustle, the mom, oh, what does your husband do? What does your husband do? And she's like, I don't know. He tells people to pay him, and they do. I was like, that's either mafia or media, one of the two.